Hi, Nina. How are you? I'm Ariana.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, what are the first that attracted you to this project?
Yeah, so much. I think first the writing is just incredible, and it the story gets more and more bizarre as it goes, and I think it's really unexpected. I think when I first got it, I thought it would be like something else, and then when I read into it, it was just so different. And then just seeing the people who were attached. I mean, Andy from Palm Springs, and then Ben Sinclair, High Maintenance, and then even like Sam Esmail, Mr. Robot, and all of that. And that was, you know, crazy to me to even see those names all attached together. Uh, and then also just Violet was written so well and was really calling to me, I think. I think we just had similar things going on in my life that mirrored what's going on in Violet's life in terms of loss. And yeah, it was just very serendipitous, I guess.
For sure. Speaking of it kind of being a bizarre show, how was it like to have kind of this true crime drama rom com and shooting all of that kind of darkness in paradise in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I mean, wild. I think it's interesting because obviously it's a mystery. So I think me and Skylar, like, being kind of in the dark about what's going on, actually was very helpful, so we could just kind of play it straight. And because we know what happens in our timeline, but Emma, no, it don't. So I think playing like what's gonna happen next was yeah, interesting for us because we kind of knew a little bit. And yeah, but
How,
also like being in Puerto Rico was amazing.
for sure. How would you describe your character's relationships with her dad and Sam? Those are kind of the two people we see her interact a lot with in the beginning, especially with what is going on with the character's life with loss and grief. Why is she so attracted to Sam, but trying to also be there for her dad?
Yeah, I mean, I think with grief there comes a lot of feelings and emotions, and I think a lot of people struggle with talking to their loved ones about those things. And I think you can see that a lot in Violet and Murray's relationship. And I think that also kind of draws her to Sam because Sam is going through a different kind of heartbreak and loss. And I think she's drawn to that because she needs someone to talk to about what's going on, or someone to relate to without even talking about grief. And I think Sam's the perfect person to go to because it's still a little dicey to be that vulnerable with her own father.
For sure. And your timeline is set in 2007, which doesn't feel too long ago, but then somewhat does. How is it like to kind of be in that timeline and also see that kind of, unfortunately, even though it's not really analog, it's a digital time that isn't really well preserved because of really bad quality stuff. How is it like to be in that timeline and look back at that time?
That's a great point. It was really fun being in that timeline because the late 2000s are very specific. Like early 2000s versus late 2000s are like different worlds. I think like the iPhone is just coming out in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no, but that's a great point about things are being preserved, but it's the beginning of this preservation. And I think that's why like it's genius to set it in 2007, because you can have little hints of this mystery, but you don't get the full story like you would now with like articles and like things coming up, and you can know everything instantly. I think, yeah, but yeah, it was fun trying to figure out references and trying not to go to say like a 2008 reference, like sticking to the
Yeah.
2007 year was fun. But yeah,
Yeah. And what was your favorite scene to shoot?
there's a couple scenes that are coming up where Skylar and I are working with Ben Sinclair, and that entire day was just really, really fun. I think we were all a little bit delirious, and it worked really well for what's happening in that scene. I don't want to give anything away, but Ben is just like an incredible person to work with. He's just a giving actor and makes everything really fun, and you don't know what he's going to do next, and that really affects your performance. And he also has that director eye because he was also our director, and I think working with him in that way, and then also working with him as Ben the actor was really, really cool.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me, and congrats on the show. Can't wait to talk about future
so much.
projects. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.